in this particular video, we will look into the details of compound epithelium as well as we will look into the details of cell junctions. So, starting with compound epithelium. So, the epithelium which has two or more than two layer of cells, we call it compound epithelium. So, we can say that multi-layered epithelium will be an example of compound epithelium. Compared to compound epithelium, if we talk about simple epithelium, then it had just a single layer of cell, but here there will be multiple layers which will be present. The diagram we can very well see here. Here, more than one layer of cells is present, and that is why this will be an example of compound epithelium. Compound epithelium has limited role or little role in secretion and absorption. Its main function is protection against chemical and mechanical stresses. Now, talking about the examples, the dry surface of skin, the outer surface, which we call it skin epidermis, is an example of compound epithelium. The moist surface of buccal cavity is an example, as well as pharynx is an example. Now, talking about the fourth example, the inner lining of salivary gland ducts and pancreatic duct, it is an example of compound epithelium. The thing to be noted here is that if we talk in general the ducts of glands, then it is simple epithelium. But if we talk especially of ducts of salivary gland and pancreatic duct, then it is compound epithelium. So we can say that salivary gland ducts and pancreatic ducts are an exception because the rest ducts of glands will have simple epithelium. After this, coming to the cell junctions. So, cell junctions are structures which are nearly present in all animal tissues, and obviously these are very prominent in epithelial tissues. Function of cell junctions is that these provide structural and functional links between the cells. The types of cell junctions, three types. The first is tight junctions, the second is adhering junctions, and the third is gap junctions. So, as the name tight junction says, it binds the cell very tightly, and that is why it will stop substances from leaking across a tissue. So, let us take an example of bathing. Water doesn't enter our skin, and the reason is tight junctions. So, tight junctions hold the cells so closely, so tightly that water will not leak inside, neither will be the fluid that is present inside our body will leak outside. The second tissue is adhering junction. The term adhering means to stick or cement. So these junctions perform the function of cementing to keep neighboring cells together. The third junctions are gap junctions. Gap junctions connect cytoplasm of adjoining cells, and if the cytoplasm of adjoining cells are connected, then it will help the cells to communicate with each other. Now, there is rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, as well as few large molecules which occurs by gap junctions. So, gap junctions we can visualize if this is a cell and these are the adjoining cells, then these gap junctions will be similar to spaces between them. So, by this space, it will be these ions, small molecules and large molecules will go from one cell to the other cell. So, that is the function of gap junctions.